Good morning students. Today we are going to continue the yesterday topic, that is secondary wastewater treatment. So the secondary wastewater treatment is not just a second step of the primary treatment. It differs significantly in the type of treatment provided. So in case of the secondary treatment, the secondary treatment consists of the biological processing of the organic waste product contained in the effluent. So here we are going to see the biological processing unit, biological treatment unit. So it is one of the important topics under the secondary wastewater treatment. So this is covered under the semester 3 paper 1 301 and unit 1 of the common effluent treatment plant, CETP, common effluent treatment plant. So you know that secondary wastewater treatment is, this process is consisting of the biological treatment units, and it is consisting of settling tank, that is secondary clarifier, sludge digester, sludge drying bed, etc. Now coming up to the main topic, that is said to be the biological treatment unit. From the name itself says that biological means certain organisms are utilized for the treatment of the wastewater. So here in this case the following biological units are used in the industrial as well as the domestic wastewater treatment. So here you can say that in case of the biological treatment, different units are utilized, and these units are, first one is said to be the activated sludge unit, next is said to be the aerated lagoons, next is said to be the biotowers, solid contact basins, tickling filters and rotating biocontactors. So you can say that these are the different treatment units which are utilized as a biological treatment units. So these all units, biological treatment units, it is utilized both in the industry as well as the domestic wastewater treatment. Coming up to the first biological treatment unit, that is said to be the activated sludge unit. So you know that activated means it contains certain organism which is actively indulged in the biological treatment. So certain bacteria and microorganisms, they are utilized for the treatment. So the activated sludge unit, normally it is the term, that is activated sludge is used to indicate activated sludge. So activated sludge is the term. It is used to indicate the sludge. So you can say the activated sludge is a sludge which is obtained by settling sewage. So after the settling of the sewage, we can get the sludge. So we can get the sludge in presence of abundance of oxygen. So you can say that activated sludge can be obtained by settling the sewage in presence of the abundant oxygen. So in case of the abundant oxygen, we are settling the sludge. And the activated sludge is biologically active. This sludge is biologically active and it contains a great number of other microorganisms. So rather than the bacteria, aerobic bacteria, it contains many other organisms which has got the unusual property to oxidize. So these organisms, either the bacteria and the other microorganism, they has got the property to oxidize the organic matter. So these organisms are utilized and they are given sufficient amount of oxygen so that they can precipitate or oxidize or form a new stable compound which can be precipitated, and then this sludge can be obtained. So the following properties of the activated sludge, or you can say that the sludge what we get, it got the following properties. So before going to the property, we must see how does the activated sludge process normally looks like. So here you can find out a picture in which the effluent from the primary treatment is, now this is subjected to the aeration tank. Here in case of the aeration tank, the air is provided. So dissolved oxygen is provided and then it is allowed to settle in the secondary clarifier. Here you can find out this sludge is settled. So this sludge is again removed off. The excess of this sludge is removed off and the few amount of this sludge is taken and again it is aerated and then it is again, in the case of secondary clarifier, it is clarified and the rest is used for the treatment of the effluent to the next tank or transfer to the next tank. So in this way the activated sludge process normally works. So you can say that sludge is nothing but it is obtained by means of settling. By means of settling, the sludge can be obtained, but before settling they are given aeration. Why this aeration is given? So that the organisms which is present inside the effluent, they can form a, or they can oxidize or form a stable product and later on this sludge can be removed off. So BOD, biological oxygen demand, is checked over time to time. Certain properties is shown by the activated sludge, and one of the property that the activated sludge contain the fertilizing constituent. So you can say that the fertilizing constituent is present inside the activated sludge. Second thing is that the color of the activated sludge indicates the degree of aeration. So color of the sludge indicates the degree of aeration, or you can say that the color of the unaerated sludge, if the sludge is unaerated then the color is different, and if it is aerated then it is totally different. When it is well aerated, or sometimes it is over aerated. So when it is unaerated, when air or oxygen is not supplied, that times this sludge looks like almost light brown in color. They look light brown in color. And sometimes when they are well aerated, then they looks golden brown in color. Golden brown in color. And sometimes when they are over aerated, that times it looks almost muddy brown in color. So you can say that the color indicates a degree of aeration. मतलब color of the water, वो कितना एरेशन हुआ है वो हमको इंडिकेट करता है. If the water is unaerated, then it looks almost light brown in color. If it is well aerated, then it shows the golden brown in color, and if it is over aerated, then it is almost muddy brown in color. So by means of color we can say that, or we can check that how much aeration is to be required. So a golden brown color is, if it is approached, then we can say that the water is well aerated. Next thing is that the moisture content of the activated sludge is almost very high, or you can say that it can contain up to 90 to 95 to 97% of the water. So you can say that the moisture content of the activated sludge is found to be very high. Next point is that the activated sludge is added to the effluent of the primary clarifier. After the activated sludge, you know that This is an activated sludge unit. Here the aeration is provided. So aeration is provided either mechanically or by means of the diffusion. So here by means of diffusion, aeration is done, and after this is next transferred to the secondary clarifier, or you can say that this is the primary clarifier, and it is mixed properly with the sewage containing the ample or sufficient quantity of oxygen with the help of rapid growth of microorganism present in the activated sludge. So here after this, here you can say that the sludge almost they settles at the bottom, and excess amount, dry amount of the sludge is removed off, and then it is used as a sludge dryer or for other purposes, and rest of the secondary clarified water, it is again used as an activated sludge. So activated sludge contain those organisms which they can oxidize. In the normally these are nothing but the aerobic bacteria and other microorganisms which can oxidize. So why it is said to be activated? Because it contains certain organism like bacteria and microorganisms which are normally active in their functions. Then how does this activated sludge work? तो वर्किंग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. नॉर्मली क्या होता है, एक्टिवेटेड स्लज जो होता है इट इज एडेड टू द एफ्लुएंट. एक्टिवेटेड स्लज जो है एफ्लुएंट के साथ ऐड किया जाता है, एंड देन दे आर मिक्स थरोली, अच्छी तरह से मिक्स किया जाता है, एंड देन दे आर नॉर्मली एडेड टू दी दे आर एडेड टू दी सीवेज वाटर. सीवेज वाटर में ऐड किया जाता है जो भी है एक्टिवेटेड स्लज प्लस एफ्लुएंट, ये दोनों को मिक्स करने के बाद सीवेज वाटर में यूटिलाइज किया जाता है, ये ऐड किया जाता है, एंड दिस सीवेज वाटर कंटेन दी सफिशिएंट अमाउंट ऑफ ऑक्सीजन. ये सीवेज वाटर में सफिशिएंट अमाउंट ऑफ ऑक्सीजन प्रेजेंट होना चाहिए, और प्रेजेंट होने के बाद क्यों प्रेजेंट होना चाहिए? फॉर द रैपिड ग्रोथ ऑफ द ऑर्गेनिज्म. Where are the organism? It is present inside the activated sludge. So activated sludge, when it is added to the effluent, then they are thoroughly mixed, and when added to the sewage water which is containing the sufficient amount of oxygen, then the rapid growth of the organism takes place, of the microorganism or bacteria, it takes place, and as a result many phenomena occurs, and it affects certain effects takes place. So what are these effects? So these effects are nothing but the first is that the organic solids which is present in the sewage में जो भी organic solid present है they get rapidly oxidized, वो fastly oxidize हो जाते हैं. So the effect is when activated sludge is added to the effluent and then it is added to the sewage, तब क्या होता है कि organic solids जो भी sewage में present है वो rapidly oxidize होते हैं. Second thing is that second effect is that कि जो suspended और the colloidal matter present रहता है they usually get coagulated. coagulate हो जाता है, जमा हो जाता है, ये जम जाता है, and they form a rapid settleable precipitate. और ये क्या होता है? precipitate फॉर्म करता है, और ये precipitate normally they used to settle at the bottom. So if they get settle at the bottom, that can be easily removed off. So that's why activated sludge is utilized over here in order to get the coagulant, or by means of the oxidizing, और by means of the sludge के रूप में या oxidize rapidly oxidize करते हैं या फिर precipitate के रूप में settle हो जाते हैं bottom पे. That's why this unit is said to be the activated sludge unit, जहाँ पे हम activated sludge का उपयोग किया जाता है. So after such precipitation होने के बाद ये sludge जैसे ही precipitate हो जाता है, so here this sludge normally get precipitated, and after precipitation the effluent which is obtained is clear and sparkle. ये जो effluent हमें दिखता है they are clear and sparkling, and the effluent contain very low amount of organic matter. इसमें बहुत कम amount of organic matter present होता है, and it is generally not given any further treatment except chlorination in some cases. You can say that this after the secondary clarifier this water is pure, considered to be pure, and इन्हें क्लोरिनेशन छोड़ करके बाकी कोई ही ट्रीटमेंट नहीं दिया जाता है. एंड द पोर्शन ऑफ सेटल स्लज, ये जो सेटल स्लज है, a portion of the settled sludge is then sent to the recirculation and the remaining part is sent to the sludge digester tank. So कुछ पार्ट जो होते हैं वो नॉर्मली स्लज डाइजेशन टैंक में छोड़ दिया जाता है या फिर ड्रायर के लिए भेजा जाता है, एंड rest of the part is again sent back to the activated sludge unit so that this process will continue. And the digested sludge is harmless. ये जो digested sludge होता है it is harmless and it does not produce any type of nonsense, so it is utilized again and again. So in this way the activated sludge unit works. So quickly we are revising all the topic, that is the secondary wastewater treatment. We know it what it is. It is consisting of the biological treatment units. Next we have seen what are the different component और following biological units के कौन-कौन से different component होते हैं जो कि industrial and domestic wastewater treatment plant में use किया जाता है. तो what are the different type of the biological units? We know it. One of them is activated sludge unit, next is aerated lagoons, biotowers, solid contact basins, tickling filter and rotating biocontractor. So in this syllabus most of the stress is given to the activated sludge unit, aerated lagoons and the tickling filters. So we are going to discuss all these topics. So we have seen what is activated sludge unit. How does it work? Now coming up to the topic that is said to be the aerated lagoons. So aerated lagoons are the earthen basins in which wastewater is treated on a flow through basis. So oxygen is supplied by means of surface or the diffusion air. So when I say aeration or aerated, so if I say aeration, where air is supplied by diffused aerators, मतलब air, if I say aerated means air is supplied, and this air is supplied by means of diffused air. So what is diffused air? Diffused aeration is normally the injection of air हम provide करते हैं या फिर oxygen provide करते हैं under pressure below the liquid surface. जब हम liquid surface के नीचे से जब हम एयर प्रोवाइड करते हैं then it is said to be the diffuse aeration. So aeration खुद में एक बड़ा टॉपिक है and normally the aeration is given by means of 2 to 3 ways. One of them is diffused aeration, second is said to be the mechanical aeration, and third one is said to be both diffused aeration or the mechanical aeration. So tomorrow we are going to see the aerated lagoons topic in the deep way. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow with the new topic, same topic, that is the aerated lagoons.